Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly and today I brought you all here to redo this little coffee table, gossip bench, not coffee table, phone table. Starting real strong here. Telephone table, gossip bench, whatever you want to call it. This is not, I just want to say up front, this is not a DIY thing. This is not a tutorial. This is just me having fun with a piece of furniture, and I thought I would just share it with you guys. So this was actually in my grandparents' house. My nanny had her phone on here. If I remember correctly, she had one of those old black rotary phones, but I do know later on she had like a regular like phone because they had like answer machine and stuff. But I don't know why I have this memory of a black phone, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so I've had this table or this bench for a few years, and I was really hesitant to repaint it, to change it, because it was in their house and I remember it this way, in this condition, and I've had a really hard time with changing it. But I've come to the point now, I've had it a few years, and it's just, I'm just gonna say it, it's a little ugly the way that it is. I hate to say that, but it just is, and I want to make it look nicer, prettier, or, you know, gaudy, I don't know, bright, something. I wanted to be different. And so I was thinking about it for a long time and went through a whole bunch of color schemes. In fact, the other day I actually bought a can of red Rust-Oleum spray paint, and that was the color I was going to do. And then I got my little turquoise phone the other day at the silent auction, and I'm like, oh, orange and turquoise look really good together, because I want to put the little phone up here. So I thought, okay, well, I have orange paint. In fact, I have a little can of orange paint I got years ago. And in fact, right now we're using it as our doorstop for our bathroom door, because the bathroom door won't stay open. I like it open when there's no one in there, and, you know, close, whatever. But, so I think it's time to turn my doorstop into something functional and actually use that paint on here. So I think the goal for today is I want to get this sanded. I want to sand this down just real lightly. I'm going to coat it in some primer because it's older and it's, well, it's older and it's a little beat up, and I just want to make sure the orange goes on strongly. I believe I used this orange paint once before and I wasn't impressed with it, with its thickness, because it's supposed to have a primer in it, but I just have this vague memory that whenever I had used it on, when it was so thin, I needed like 3 or 4 coats and it didn't look like it had primer in it. So I'm just going to prime this puppy, get it all set, and then hopefully paint it orange. If in the end I really don't like it, I can always just spray paint it red if I'm like, forget it, or I can buy a different orange or any other color. It can change. I also have, I'm going to change this as well. I have I think it's a vinyl fabric. I think that's what the material is. I got it at, excuse me, I got it at Walmart years ago. And I don't have it with me. I probably should have brought it out, but I'll bring it out later. It's not essential to this moment. But it's actually this white cream vinyl. If I remember correctly, it looks like a snakeskin pattern, but there's like gold in it. So I think it'll work for what I'm doing it for. Like, I had envisioned using an old vintage tablecloth. You know, well, I think they make them nowadays as well, but they make them where you can easily clean them off, and they're kind of like a plastic top, but they usually have a colorful pattern or something like that. So basically I'm going to try and take this off today. I'm going to leave this original fabric or vinyl on it, and I'm just going to cover it in the stuff that I have. So that's the goal. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Today seemed like a perfect day. I did all my Christmas cookie baking in the past couple days. We have company coming in a couple days, but I don't have a whole lot I need to do today. It's snow day, the kids are home, so I'm so ready to do this. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sand it and get a coat of primer on it. So next time you see it, it will have primer on it. I'm gonna try and get this off. And then maybe next time around, I'll show you the paint color that I'm doing and the fabric that I'm gonna use. So that's kind of the goal. So, all right. All right, so as you can see, all primed and ready to go. I have it sanded and then primed. And I took the seat off. I don't know if you can see it over here. This is, I don't know if it really matters if you see it or not, but I'll show you anyway. So I just took this off. It was just 4 screws in the back, in the corners, and that was that. So I'm going to show you the material I'm going to use. So this material, get a little bit closer to the camera here. As you can see, it's like a snake skin. It's really cool. It's like gold and cream, very pretty. I'm hoping it will work with the orange that I picked. The only thing is, the orange that I have, I was thinking it was a darker orange. It's going to be kind of hard to show you. Sorry, the can's really gross. And I'm sure that on the screen it's not going to show the exact color orange that I have. I was hoping for a darker, warmer orange. This is like a brighter, like creamsicle orange, which is honestly okay. It's a pretty color, but not quite what I think I wanted for this. I do have somewhere in my house like a darker, redder orange spray paint that I've never used, but I don't have the weather. The weather's not cooperating today, or the temperature, for me to go outside and do that. So I am just going to commit to this orange. I'm just going to paint the whole thing. I'm probably going to have to do like 2 or 3 coats, which is going to be fun because when I was just doing the primer through these little bits here, it's such a pain to get the brush in here, and it drips through the other side and you got to smooth it out. So that was a bit of a bugger. But anyway, so I'm just committing to this orange. I'm gonna get it all done. I have company coming this weekend. I want this finished, and if I end up not liking it, I can later on just pop the seed off and just spray paint it another color when the weather's cooperating a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and start painting this a little bit on camera, and then I'll finish it later. Next bit you'll see it all finished up and everything. So I'm hoping that the finished orange, like once I get 2 or 3 coats, I'm hoping that it dries dark enough that I'm okay with it. Like, I don't want to have to go through all this again. But I'll tell you what, if I do it again, I'm going to spray paint it. Like, the brushing is just my favorite thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting it, and we'll see how it looks. And just go from there. But see, what do we think? Oops, wrong thing. I'm just afraid it's going to be way too light. Like, I want like dark burnt orange kind of color. This is just more like I said, like creamsicle, but it's not a bad color. I mean, it's a pretty orange, but it wasn't like what I envisioned in my mind. So let's get this going here. It's probably going to show up really late on here. Like when I'm looking at my phone screen, it doesn't look really all that dark. It looks really faded. Up close, it's a little bit better. It's alright. Up here. Can you see that at all? I think you can see that. I know it's a little far away, but I'm just doing this just to kind of get the effect, and then I'll finish it. I'll finish it later, so you probably can't hear me. I'm just doing it for effect, and then I'll finish it. So it's so pretty out today. We've actually had some snow, and actually, it's between snow and sleet, so that's why the kids' school called off. But I can hear the sleet hitting the window, so I'm so glad they called off. I'm so glad. So relieved. All right, let's do this bit, see how this looks. This is the part that's a little bit of a pain. Get it going. Let's do a quick brush over this. See how it goes. I think what I'll do is when I'll do some of this, and then I'll do a close-up so you can kind of see what it looks like, and then I'll try and finish it up and go from there. I'm trying not to put too much paint on my paintbrush so it's not like dripping on the other side, but I have to put enough on that it covers it properly. It's quite the balance of trying to figure all that out. Try and get the drips. Yeah, this is definitely gonna need several coats. So anyway, let me pause this and then show you a quick close-up. There we go. See up close, it's actually not too, oops, we're a little fuzzy there. There we go. Is that clear? Yeah. And as you can see, like I'll smooth it out here in a second. You can see it gets a little drippy right in there. Up close, you can see it's definitely gonna need several coats. See, up close, it actually looks okay. Like, on my phone screen, it looks good. See, that's drippage right there. So I'm gonna have to quick smooth that out before it dries. Now, had this been a really nice wood table, I probably just would have left it wood and just sanded it and put some oil on it. But it was like a press board veneer thing. So, but yeah, got that going. But I think next time I come back, I'll have this thing fully painted, the 2 or 3 coats all done so you can see it, and the seat cover on it. So we'll just cut right to the chase. Okay, ready for the grand reveal? Ta-da! Okay, it's not that exciting. It's just a painted Gossip Bench. But I'm happy with it. It's funny because when I first painted it, I wasn't sure if I was going to be crazy about the orange color. And afterwards I was like, oh, I love it. It's actually working really well. And then I put it in our dining room last night and I was like, I don't know if I like it now. But I was really concerned about the cover. I will do a close-up at the end here so you can see it closer. But I wasn't sure about this material because I was starting to think it would clash with the orange. And I tried looking through all my fabric and I couldn't find anything that I was okay with changing it to something else. Anyway, so I just decided I'm going with it and I actually like it. I think it works okay. So, oh, you know, I really can't really see the top very well. I tried to decorate it a little bit, but I'm not sure yet how I feel about all this. I like it with the phone on top and stuff. I'm not sure about the plant and the candle. I was trying to make it look a little bit more inviting and pretty, whatever. But I'm actually really happy with it. It works well, especially here in the dining room. We have really dark gray walls, so I like the orange and the gray together. I was actually thinking of painting the top, like doing a pattern, like some geometric shapes. I was kind of looking at the internet last night for some ideas, and I saw something, I don't know if it was a shower curtain or something, where they had like black, gray, and orange like squares and circles and lines, and it looked really cool. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that on top. I even considered taking some black paint and just doing a line around here and a line around here, like around the whole, like the whole thing of it, just to kind of ground it, just to give it a little bit of a darker color and to give it a little bit of, I don't know, it's not pattern or style, but just something along those lines where it would just look better anyway. But I'm happy with it. So again, this is not a tutorial or a DIY or anything like that. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have painted furniture before. This is nothing astronomically great or anything. It was just a fun before and after. I love before and afters. If you're anything like me, you know, it's still fun to watch and fun to see things change, you know. So I thought I would do a video and just show you what I was doing with that. And also, if you have any ideas about like any other way I could like paint or decorate it, or maybe I should just leave it alone. But I'm open to ideas of different ways to maybe spruce this up, or maybe like paint these black. Maybe I should have done that. Like I do have some black. I'm kind of painted out right now, so I don't know if I want to do that. But like the little like I don't know if you call these like seashell patterns, but you know, maybe I could have done those a different color. I don't know. But for now, it's staying this way. But I'm happy with it, and it looks so much better in here than it did before. And so yeah. All right, let me just do a quick closeout on it, or yeah, close up, same thing. And then I'll let you guys go. All right, here she is, all finished. Now that I have it done, I do think the lighter orange is fine. I wouldn't mind like an orangey red, but this actually works really, really well. I love it with the phone on top. I've already cleaned it off. The last time it was my last video, it was not clean. It's all clean now. Little plant. I got this actually thrifting. This was like $1.99, this purple glass. I thought it looked pretty with the candle, but anyway, show the sides. Not too bad. Up close, when you get really, really close. Let's see if I can show you. See, this one doesn't look as bad. I'm trying to see if I can show you like up here. See, it's not showing up really well, and now it doesn't want to focus. I did 3 coats of paint after a coat of primer, and this, I still feel like you can see streaks and see dark color behind it, so that's a little frustrating. But I'm happy with the seat. This was a bit of a bugger to do, but I'm actually pretty happy with, oh, no, I was just about to say, I used duct tape to hold it in, and you can see it's coming off. That's not good. I'm not too worried about the duct tape coming down. I can just cut it off now, but I'm trying to stick that back in there. I more just needed the material to be held down while I was putting it together and smoothing out the top and all that. Once this is on, it is held down. I've got 4 screws in the corner, so this seat isn't going anywhere. So if I need to cut off some of the duct tape, this shouldn't loosen or anything. And if worse comes to worse, I do have, I think, one of those air thingies where you can shoot out like staples. I just didn't know where the staples were, and I didn't want to deal with it. It was just easier to do the duct tape thing. But anyway, so yeah, this is it. Doesn't look too bad. Up close, you can still see this side isn't too bad. The back of this bit, I had missed a bunch of drips and accumulation of paint that had just kind of like puddled, pooled, whatever in the back. So the back isn't real nice, but again, that's the back. So I was really focusing on making sure the front looks smooth and nice. But anyway, it's just a nice little gusset bench. I'm happy with it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, and I just really appreciate it. So I hope you guys all have a really good weekend and a good week, and take care. Bye.